Hello my friends, I'm Rich Larson and I'm the IRC Tire Guy. Today we've got a special episode that a lot of you guys have requested. Which front tire do I prefer for my style of hard enduro riding? First, I'm going to give you my quick answer. I've become very fond of both the new VX30 and M5BEVO front tires. The majority of the time I've chosen the M5BEVO. I like the softer carcass and compound for slick technical hard enduro, as well as the tire's more thin feel as I cut through steep loose side hills. If the race was a little faster or I was more of a technical single track rider, I'd probably choose the VX30. It's a bit stiffer and more stable at higher speeds. That's the short answer. If you've watched this channel before, you know I like to talk. If you're not into my long, drawn-out explanations that will probably leave you with more questions than answers, turn it off and in fact, choose a different tire brand because I'm probably never going to stop rambling. With that being said, let's get into the weeds with my explanation. As you may or may not know, IRC has released two all-new front tires. The VX30, which you can check out our full breakdown on right here, as well as the long-awaited matching M5BEVO front tire. We've also done a full breakdown on that tire, which you can also check out right here. So today we are going to go a little more in depth on comparing these two tires and how they both have their pros and cons in differing areas. Let's start with talking about sizing. Now, I personally prefer the 8121 in both tires. Now, the M5BEVO is only available in that size, whereas the VX30 has the additional larger sizing of 90-90-21. We're going to try and keep things simple. So in comparing these two tires, we'll be using the same size, 8121. Right off the bat, looking at these two tires on and off the rim, you can obviously see the VX30 is much wider. Now, a lot of guys like wide tires. Of course, it's all about preference. To me, it's much less about the actual size and more about what I'm feeling. I feel a thinner front inspires more confidence. Simply put, it goes where I tell it. Now, both tires are 8100, so why is there an obvious difference in width? This really goes into an unwritten standard from every tire company. 8100 doesn't mean exactly 80 millimeters every time. Sizes vary from company to company as well as tire to tire within the company. There's a lot of reasons for this, but the best reason is tire-specific performance. Each tire performs differently, requiring each tire to be sized accordingly. A great example of this is within this actual comparison of the M5BEVO and VX30 tires. The new M5BEVO front has a slightly softer compound and carcass, which means more flex. Because there's more flex within the tire itself, you're technically getting more contact patch with the ground. If we made the VX30 with the same carcass and compound softness as the M5BEVO, the tire would flex too much due to its larger size, resulting in a hindrance of performance. There's a few points I'm making here. One, when talking tire sizing on any front or rear tire, as well as any brand, the first number is more of a guideline than a rule. And two, the first number being a guideline is for good reason. There are so many variables within a tire. Every specific matters. Hardline black and white rules squander creativity. Really, this gives you more options to suit your style, but that being said, it can be confusing. Now, within that sizing comparison, we really get to the bottom of the performance characteristics of each tire, which is really what this whole episode is about. I've found in a lot of comparing and time put on both tires, I prefer the thinner attributes of the M5BEVO as well as the softer carcass and compound. Most of what I ride is slow speed. Obviously, in hard enduro, first gear, riding in riverbeds in slick situations, the softer compound and carcass adds that additional grip that I'm looking for. I've also found an increased control of my front tire when side hilling due to the thinner overall construction. Even when riding enduro cross, I'm rarely out of second gear, but on the flat corners where I'm really looking for the tire to perform the way I want it, that quick point and shoot traction, the M5BEVO delivers. The VX30 is close in comparison. The stiffer carcass and compound make for a better stability at higher speeds. The overall wider construction of the tire adds to that stability that a lot of guys are looking for. As I said at the beginning of the video, if I rode faster single track all the time, I would take the VX30 over the M5BEVO. Each tire has its pros and cons, just like everything. People want a black and white answer, whether we talk tires, bikes, or for that matter, life. And well, my truth is it's never that simple. The more time you put on your tires, the more you'll understand the intricacies that go into each product. We hope all this info is useful to you guys and you guys are enjoying the channel. And if you are, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at IRC Moto and my personal Instagram page at RichLarson511. And until next time, keep shredding.